This study is a part of three series. First, the study on the law of lies. The second, Cossack dispute, have already been published in the electric books. Today, we are going to explain the third article, the tax reform in 1925 in Japan. This article consists of three parts: the question, the investigation, and the conclusion. We have little time, so today we will explain only the introduction, proposal of our problem and our perspective. At first, please look at this table. This table shows the change of trials on the unpaid Cossack fee. Cossack means a rental peasant, and the owner of land is called in Japanese as jinushi. The header, look at header, three trials shown. The first, keep out, means don't means the rental peasant, that is Cossack, must not enter the owner's field, jinushi field. Attachment means the Cossack must not harvest the uncut rice. The third header, the restraint means that jinushi, the landowner, can sell movable property of rental peasant, that is Cossacks, up to the unpaid rental fee. Whole table is shown. Investigate this table. Its characteristics is easily seen, easily found. In 1925, the trials has suddenly increased and changed dramatically. This year, 1925, is the important meaning. And the lessons to the trials change. Force sectors show four sectors. The first is the Cossack Union's response. Cossack unions are two extreme. One is left wing. It means Marxist, and right wing. It means reformist. Their opinions are not so different. For example, jinushi class has recently suppressed consciously the peasants by the method of the attachment of uncut rice and prohibition to enter the land. More important, the international communism movement paid attention on Japanese situation. That is, the Comintern set its thesis on Japan in 1927 and said Japanese agricultural sector has already been ready for social revolution objectively. objectively, but not subjectively. Uh, as we saw, as we seen, uh, their response are critical. Also, uh, the next sector, administration, uh, 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 recognize this situation as critical and said both authority of the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Justice are extraordinarily trying to avoid the prohibition of entrance of and the attainment of uncut rice. But the their trial to legitimate the law to uh, take care of Cossack poor peasant fails to at all. Uh, Parliament also respond, but its response is not directly but indirectly. They are confused. Their statements are confused in 1927. Mm, the first, the Minister of Inner Affairs, Kisaburo Suzuki, said he is responsible for reform of land tax. He said the survey of rental price of land must be finished until next September. This means uh, this law must be postponed to the next year, unexpectedly. But uh, the leader of opposite party, he is the initiator of land tax reform of land tax, and said the survey of standard tax has already been finished by Department of Finance. He said the Minister of Inner Affairs statements are meaningless. The cabinet supports Minister of Inner Affairs, but one of cabinet minister said, "I can't admit to postpone this reform in a year because of financial affair or rental price. Our party promised to the public to reform it," and the public newspaper said the problem is not so superficial but has complex background. And one of cabinet minister, the Minister of Finance, said this bill will reform the tax system fundamentally, so even a little fault will become mortal. We must be careful enough, and said strongly support Minister of Inner Affairs Kisaburo Suzuki, because he said why this survey failed. By the way, we look back the laws legitimated in 1925. Two main laws are famous: law against socialism and law of common election. But the problem on the reform of land tax was paid little attention. It shows the orientation to the reform. And the next year, according to this platform, the next year, 1926 and 1927, each law, two laws are legitimate. Law to survey the rental price of land and law of survey commission of rental price of land. Uh, the beginning is platform in 1925, and this year the administration of finance surveys the rental price. Fourth response, Jinus Union. They are categorized into two groups. One group is against Cossack struggle. They say, what is wrong to tell those who break our contract not to use my land? And neutral position of Jinus Union said, criticize the government as a destroyer of Koktai, which means antagonist against the living constitution peculiar to the nation, living basic law peculiar to the nation in 1927. The first time this term of Koktai is used in this meaning. But next year, the Minister of Inner Affairs told the statement about the first common election. According to the constitution, cabinet is composed by the order of the emperor. It is not impossible to imitate foreign countries where the majority of Congress means to have the right to organize the cabinet. While our party have platform that the emperor is the center of our country since its foundation, the opposite party advocate in its platform to make the parliament the center of polity completely. This assertion is a very dangerous thought, and we can't help criticize it in infringing our divine spirit of imperial constitution. Our politics is supervised by the emperor at first. The thought of parliamentary politics imitate the political system of the United Kingdom and the United States, where democracy is the polity. It contradicts our Koktai, and also this term is also used here, but its meaning is very political. It is national polity. It means national polity peculiar to the nation. As we see, the term of Koktai changes it in its meaning and function. This person is Kisaburo Suzuki, and he is responsible for the reform of land tax, and the year 19 he complained in 1927, and this statement said in 1928. Is it simple incoincident or not? The paper detail shows the details. Please, if you have time to share, please read it. Thank you.